President Muhammadu Buhari has reacted to the threat issued by the Niger Delta Avengers on Saturday to sabotage oil production facilities in the country. The president below is a statement from the president on Sunday signed by his media aide Femi Adesina. The media was on Sunday awash with threats and demands by the group to embark on economic sabotage through bombing of critical oil and gas installations unless certain demands, including development of Niger Delta and restructuring of the Federation, were met. It is, however, curious that the threat was coming less than 48 hours after President Muhammadu Buhari met with the leadership of Niger Delta and Ijaw National Congress (INC) at the presidential villa, and the jamming issued had been responded to, especially call for restructuring of the Federation and the inauguration of a board for the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). For clarity and record purpose, below is the full text speech of President on Friday, June 25th, 2021, which renders any sabotage rather unnecessary. I warmly welcome all the elders of the Niger Delta, particularly the National Executive of Ijaw National Congress under the leadership of Professor Benjamin Okaba. I thank you all for paying this courtesy visit not too long after your election in April, swearing in last May. I also want to congratulate you for your election and add that a lot of responsibility is placed on your shoulders, especially coming from the fact that the Ijaw National Congress was almost without leadership for some times. Well, this is a statement on Friday from Buhari welcoming some set of people in his office, and they discussed and talked at length about the NDDC. Now, what happened on Saturday? The table actually turned on Saturday, and so many things happened on that same day. Can you say Buhari is a loving and caring man, and he loves the Nigerians equally and without any sentiment? He said, I particularly note your 10 points demands to the federal government in your inaugural speech and ensure you that this administration is frontally addressing them. You must not promise what you cannot do. I am equally concerned about the rate of environmental degradation in the Niger Delta, and as you are aware of the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project has started work with remediation efforts in Ogoni land, and I have directed the Minister of Environment to ensure that the project are implemented with high percentage of local content and inclusion of the surrounding communities. Similarly, the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency under the same Ministry of Environmental is working to make sure that oil spills are produced and new ones prevented. As you are also aware, all the responsibilities of the responsible agencies of government have been directed to ensure that they enforce compliance by the international oil companies to internationally best practices. In addressing your call for immediate restructuring, the National Assembly, whose responsibility is to it is to ensure that our constitution responds to the call for restructure Nigeria has already concluded regional consultation, and as soon as they finalize the process, necessary action would not be delayed on my part. This is Buhari making promises. I completely agree with your call to allocate operational licenses for marginal field to Ijaw people. However, like the process of granting licenses is guided by laid down rules and regulations, most of which even favor local contents and local contractors. I see no reason why they should not be granted such license if they qualify. On the issue of fair and balanced appointment to reflect federal character principles, I reaffirm that this has always been my focus and will continue to be, because I have always seen Nigeria as a country where everyone should be given equal opportunities. Wow, this is Buhari making promises. A contentious issue that has been a subject of discourse amongst the Ijaw people of recent has been the need for the Niger Delta Development Commission to live up to its billing by delivering a required succor to the people of the region based on the mismanagement of that previous Bedeville. The NDDC, a forensic audit was set up and the result is expected by the end of July 2021. I want to assure you that as soon as the forensic audit report is submitted and accepted, the NDDC board will be inaugurated. However, I would like to implore you that the Ijaw National Congress would play a more active role in making sure that the mismanagement that occurred in the past is not repeated. I am particularly happy to note your call for promoting ownership of medulla refineries by the Ijaw people, and I will urge you to interface with your sons who are involved in the process of establishing these refineries, especially the Honorable Minister of State Petroleum Resources, to actualize this best request. Wow, this is coming from the president, and he has made so many promises calling on the Ijaw people to calm down, because all this statement is just to calm them down. Well, we hope that all these promises will be done. He will do them, but it is very, 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 it's not going to be easy. They may not take it lightly with him if he has not, or if he will not, if he will not grant their requests, or if all these promises are not granted. This person said, Crozimedri said, the only language this government takes serious is destruction of all facilities. That's the only threat they fear so much, no one else. To a very large extent, you will believe, or you will agree with what this person is saying. It is very, very unusual for Buhari to come up to address any issue that may come up in the country. You will not see him in the air. You will not see him on air talking about any issue or providing solution. But because of the threats from Niger Delta militant avengers, Buhari has come up to quickly address it. Why? Why is he doing that? Killings, whether burning of properties, you will not see him, he will not show up. But because of this issue, he has come up to say something. Another person said it is not Buhari that wrote this. Someone falsely advised him against his wish to cajole Niger Delta militants, and hence the boys are not ready for the federal government pranks. Okay? Another person of his own opinion said that no mention of the herdsmen killing, which has become so pervasive. Well, let's know what your takes are. Your own opinion is very important. Is Buhari actually cajoling the Niger Delta boys, or is he serious with what he has promised them? Let's know your takes and your opinions on this news story, and I will see you on the other news. Bye for now.